Hey, Boom, we're playing.
I'm ready to play. How about you guys?
Let's do
No?
this.
Okay, well. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Table Guardians of Parna, episode 43, where we will be playing Dungeons and Dragons today. And everyone thinks that they're all gonna die, so I would be amiss if I didn't grant you that opportunity. Yes, sir. Question.
Excuse me, Mr. DM, sir. Can we play Dungeons and Dragons?
Onions and flagons?
Yes, that.
I'll need to read over the core rule books first, just to make sure that we're all on the same page as far as how that works. Maybe next week, depending on what happens today, we might need to find a new system.
Well, you're killing us today, right?
That's the word on the street. We'll find out if it's true. I don't know.
Rocks fall. No, you already used that to kill my pony.
I did. Your pony is just not very dexterous. Anyways, good to
Neither
see
was
everyone.
Tom, huh?
No, he wasn't.
So I got a question. Is Tom up in like heaven with whatever? Wait, he liked Revorhu, but is he up there with like, I don't know, animals and like stacking animals and teaching spirit animals how to plink and stuff? I mean, Mr. DM, sir, I would like to know more about Tom.
You'll have to find out.
I got a spell for that.
I was like, you're a cleric now. You can figure that kind of stuff out. But on to the game proper. So where you guys left off last week, you were heading towards the Keepers of Magic, and in hopes to teleport to Rockfin, in hopes to figure out things about portals and planes and getting to the Fire Plane to start Zynes' quest to find Serenity's Peak, and ended up encountering a few of the Dark Mages who were sent on a terrorist mission to blow up the Keepers of Magic Sanctum. You somewhat stopped them by putting one in the Orb of Containment and the other one taking the bomb that they brought you and exploding.
You definitely stopped them.
You did stop them. One is currently was taken for questioning and is in the orb. The other one was completely wrecked and killed.
Can the carpet get credit for the kill then?
Sure. Since the carpet is no longer in existence, the carpet did kill one of the dark mages that had a bomb on it.
Carpet.
You guys helped resurrect some townsfolk along with one of the keepers who
forgot we actually did our job.
Magically knew about the explosion coming back and shoring up the wall, helping you guys with your interrogation. And you guys decided that you were done with the dark mages, your words, and that you wanted to go and end this once and for all. So you were headed back to the Wisp to somehow find rest and rejuvenation before taking off. So because that was the first thing you did, and it only took you that was only probably about 4 hours. It is right around in the afternoon. So about 1 o'clock, 1:30. So you guys have left the Keeper, and he is working with the ability said to get you back if you would wish whenever you return. So you guys are walking back, or no, I think you made it to the Crazy Wisp, or you're walking to the Crazy Wisp.
I think didn't we talk to Philip? I think we talked to Philip.
You did. You made it back. So you're currently at the Crazy Wisp, preparing for whatever awaits you when you go to the mage battle. So what would you guys like to do?
I have a very pressing question that's very important to Parna and the future of the party. And that question is, does Zen Falcon have pants on right now?
I don't think Zynes ever handed Zan back his pants.
Well, they were wrapped around a guy when we were interrogating him. We used it as a gag, and I'm not sure if we sent his pants into the Pokeball or not.
Yeah, my pants went in the ball. I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to try to sneak back up to my room, up in Crazy Wisp, and rummage through and try to find something appropriate. Maybe a nice, pressed hemp.
Maybe a kilt. You could go kilt. You could go for a kilt. That sounds like something Zan would do.
He likes a nice breeze. That's when he constantly takes his pants off.
Or I don't have prestidigitate, just prestidigitate a little breeze by you.
So you do not have pants.
So we're all just kind of standing around the Crazy West and just there are no pants on.
It's just normal for us, though. Yeah, Zan don't have pants. All right.
Hands on my hip and kind of pose a little bit, just like, hey, what's up? Greetings, mortal.
Just pop that hip out.
Kind of like Deadpool.
I say we rest. What do you think?
I don't think we can.
I thought that was the entire plan.
Yeah, I thought we were getting a couple hours in and then going and slaughtering dark mages. And
You can take a short rest. You won't get the benefits of a long rest because it's been not enough time.
but we're tired. And Zanny's got blonded it up.
Well,
Yes.
Zach's got fully healed though.
if you're not going to get spell slot back, what's the point?
Yeah, if we're not gonna get cell stuff, I should just go kill him.
I think we were gonna long rest though because all my spells were reset. Like I
Right.
had all my spells.
Right.
locked.
Well, that was the plan, but I'm telling you, with the time it currently is, you guys aren't going to get the benefits.
He's railroading us into killing the dark mages, Zinies. I'm sorry. He has these
You-
moments where he just
You can do whatever you want whenever you want. I'm just telling you, right now, a long rest won't get you back up to where you guys want to be.
Well, that's fine. I had it marked on my character sheet from last week before we got in here that I had all my spell slots back. So I'm remarking.
because didn't I charge your rod too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to watch the end of the rerun, so I don't know what it said at the very end.
Well, your guys' plan was a long rest, but I just remembered you can take one, but you're not going to get the benefits from it unless you kill some time.
With
Basically,
resting.
because-
That's what we're doing. We're killing time with resting.
Right. You woke up at 8. It's now like 1:30. So if you took another 8 hours, it'd be like 9. But then so you almost have 8 hours to kill before you can take another long rest, essentially.
So
Track two,
password's not going to
because-
work for us at all.
Right. We have to go now if we're going to use the password.
Well, then I'll have to have the DM tell me how many spell slots and everything I'm supposed to be because I had set mine up too.
Oh, geez.
Almighty DM.
I'll give it a look.
I realize that everything I give Boom now, he's going to give right back to me.
When you become a DM,
It would basically be if you just got to figure out what you'd use during that last fight slash bringing people
The
back.
awesome
from the
guy
dead.
you are. Right, and I
So
suggest
like
that once
you
we're
used
all out
raise
here-
dead once, right?
I funneled all my spells into Zine's
Oh, yeah.
rod because her rod is so powerful and I like to charge it.
I was only down 10 charges though.
I charge the rod.
Because last week's DM, or 2 weeks ago DM, said we were going to take the long rest, but today DM says we can't. So,
Look.
shenanigans. I'm calling
Here's
it.
the thing. It's not shenanigans. I'm just telling you, I looked up the rule, and you can't take a long rest and get the benefits.
Zines, did you look up a rule?
It's legit the rule though. You can only rest one. You can only have a long rest once in 24 hours.
So since you guys
All right, so
already did
Zines
your,
said it, I agree.
if you want to take your long rest, since you guys already put your spell slots up, I'll give it to you, and then you can go about your plan. I'm just
So-
telling you, I looked it up, and I'm not trying to be shifty. I just didn't know at the time.
Why did your accent change?
That's my shifty accent when I was
Why?
acting
Why
shifty.
why
which I
are you
wasn't.
Southern when you're shifty?
Yeah, that's
I don't wanna get into
culturally
it right now,
insensitive.
all right?
there. I live in the South. I have a Southern accent. Can't you tell? How y'all doing? Oh, bless his heart. He's trying so hard.
I reckon I ain't got no reason to kill nobody.
Boy, you got a pretty mouth.
I was doing Sling Blade. You went to Deliverance.
Both good movies.
Hey guys, Dungeons and Dragons.
So how would you
Oh yeah,
like
we're
to-
playing in front of live people. Oh yeah.
Oh, hi, everybody.
So you're gonna give us a pass this time? We're gonna rest. We're gonna
I'll
get our
give you
spell
a
slots.
pass, because I don't want you thinking that I'm trying to. I'm just telling you, like, that's how it should be. And I'm sorry I didn't bring it up last time. I didn't think about what time of day it was. But I'll give it to you. You guys can go through with whatever you want to do, and we'll just know you can't take as many frequent long rests, but it's all good.
I think this is the first time this has actually come up, like legit wise, and we're just giving you a hard time, just to give you a hard time. But we
It's all
don't
good.
truly think that you're trying to railroad us.
Well, good, because I'm not. All right.
Choo choo.
Oh yeah, So okay, then you guys take your long rest. We'll get you back up. You wake up feeling fully rested because you guys already put your full stuff in. You have all your HP, half your hit dice, all your spells are back, and it's about 9:30, going on 10 o'clock at night.
We
So
have.
the password hasn't changed yet. Let's go.
Yeah, we still got like an hour and a half, 2 hours before this password changes.
So no strategy. Go in and kill. Is that what we're doing? I'm all for it.
Well, we don't have any outfits that the dark mages wear. I found pants.
I go downstairs.
Okay. Things are locked up for the evening. Lights are out. It's pretty quiet.
All right.
Should we go back to the tower and have him teleport us?
Yeah, to the mages. Yeah, because the sanctum, they said he could get us back there.
Yeah.
The battlefield.
Keeper. Forgot his name. Said we could.
Wasn't it Keeper Rafiki Jr.?
No. I'd remember it if I heard it again, but I don't remember what it was.
Keeper Sav?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Was it really Keeper Sav?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I
Okay.
know, right?
You
So
brained it. You
guys-
brained it.
You have any other preparations that you guys would like to make before heading towards the Keeper's Sanctum?
I would like to acquire a second pair of pants to bring with me,
You're wearing one
So-
and you want a second pair just in case?
just in case I have to.
You
use them
have
for
gotten
another
so
thing.
wise, my friend.
I know, man. And just imagine if a whole tower hadn't fallen on me. I would still be. Never mind.
Lucky for you, the rooms that you have at the Crazy Wisp have a few pairs of pants in your size, so you can grab all three if you'd like.
No, or any of them enchanted.
No, they're pretty basic.
Well, I need a pair of pants that's bigger on the inside.
Oh, you're gonna be basic.
I have stuff and things I want to squirrel away in the pockets.
So, like pants of holding or TARDIS pants?
Yeah, either way. If we're doing a sci-fi game, it'd be TARDIS pants. If we're doing a D&D fantasy, it'd be pants of holding.
So at 10 o'clock at night, you want to go try to find some pants of holding?
No.
He was just hoping that those would be the pants that
Oh,
are
I
waiting
see.
for him.
They are not.
Well, Dream hold my pants, and now it's a Dream pants of holding. Or Dream holding.
Pants of Dreeve holding.
Dream, if you get in my pants, then it's my pants of holding Dream.
Oh, jeez.
It's been a rough day here, guys. I'm so sorry.
This
I'm
is what
gonna
happens when you
focus
take a
now.
break. If we don't play consistently, this is what happens.
What? We have fun. I'm good.
No. We're good.
Boom! I would like to tell you, I aim to misbehave.
Oh, I know.
That's another Firefly
I'm taking
reference.
notes. I'm taking notes.
That was a Firefly reference, Boom. I aim to misbehave. Firefly reference. Get with your pop culture, Boom.
You bet
Okay,
your pretty
so you
floral
guys-
bonnet.
Head towards the mage sanctum. You don't see the keeper. However, you peek around the corner and it looks like the wall has been shored up pretty easily. There's nobody really walking around. A few guards here and there, but they pay you no mind. Things are pretty locked up for the night and it's pretty dark.
I pound on the door of the Keepers of Magic the way Chad can do.
Okay. After just a minute, the keeper opens the door. Yes, can I help you?
Is it, Sab?
It is Seth.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Also,
yes.
Keeper Sav, have you arranged for extra protection? Because chances are they're coming back.
Yes, we shouldn't have any more issues.
Why?
I made sure to put a couple more enchantments around the outside of the sanctum until we can return. The problem is I probably cannot teleport you this evening. I told you I needed to get some spell slots back and go tomorrow.
You said we could go. You said you could teleport us.
Well, I can. That's one more item that I don't want to have to pull out of the vault.
We know the password of today, now.
I understand.
And in a
Sorry.
few hours, we won't know the password.
And you're
He
saying you
opens-
said something you didn't actually say.
Well, come in. He ushers you all in, shuts the door. You can hear, without him touching it, kind of mechanical locks locking behind you guys. Right. I can't myself teleport you, but I can use an object to get us where you want to be.
Now we're talking.
That is, yes. I shall go retrieve it, and let the other keepers know we'll be arriving. I don't know what they've gotten to in the past 8 hours. I'll be right back. You guys kind of stay unless you're gonna look around, you guys stay in the interior as he disappears a couple of corridors. Takes him probably about a solid 10 minutes. And start to wonder if he's even going to come back. But he does, carrying a small iron box and kind of rubbing his eyes. Yes, I have retrieved the artifact. This is everyone that's going, correct?
Chill is with us, correct? Okay, yeah. We have the other keeper? No. What did we do with the other keeper?
There was only the one.
Sorry, not the keeper.
He's in the
guard.
Pokeball.
Or we put him back in the Pokeball again?
We
Okay.
tested it with Zan first. Zan went in for a while, checked it out. Then we put
That's
him
right.
in. We told him to go willingly, and he did.
Yeah, that Zan is a brave man.
Yeah, Raul. That's it. Raul and Tomas.
Should we go to the coordinates the guy gave us, or should we go where he tells us we're going to go? We got coordinates for the Mage Tower, or the I guess where they are.
What coordinates were those?
54.27 or 2579 north by 37.5698 west.
Yes, those would be the coordinates of the tower. Yes. So here's the thing. He told you that we keepers have been kept at bay across the river. That is not true. We are actually posted just west, or east, excuse me, of the tower, and a bit south. We've been keeping illusions to keep them to think that they have us kind of at bay. We've been biding our time until we can come up with a plan for infiltration. There are a couple of illusions of their own, as well as things that are keeping us out. But I will present you to Keeper Nibble and see what he will have of you, as you seem pretty gun-ho to go. So I can get you either to the camp where we've been camping. Getting straight to the tower is going to be a bit difficult, unless this is what you want.
Can you send us directly inside to where the leader is? We want the boss fight.
No, I have not been inside the tower. And even if I had, they have certain protections against divinations and
mages,
those
right?
kinds of spells. Yes, yes. Actually, we should go outside. That is actually the same thing we have here. We will not be able to teleport in here.
Okay, I don't have any suggestions. Anybody?
Well, we know the tower is being blocked by a force field, essentially.
Exactly.
But if someone speaks the password, do they just get to walk right through it?
Knowing that that's not usually how force fields work, I would suggest no.
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking you. I don't
No,
know.
I understand. I'm saying force fields usually don't work with a password. The password will probably help us with doors, arcane locks, and other certain magical items if we can make it into the tower.
Can
Well,
you
Go
can
ahead.
you stone shape under the force field, then under the tower, and just make a huge gaping hole underneath the tower to make it come down on itself?
A lot of work. I mean, possibly.
Just start, like, I don't know, however tall the tower is, 100 feet. Go down 100 feet and just start burrowing up and make a circle the width of the tower. So eventually the tower would just sink down flush with the ground.
I mean, theoretically.
Wouldn't that take a few days?
It'd take a while. And I don't have the spells prepared.
All right. Why don't we just go there and see what the mages suggest we do, and then, do our own thing like we always do.
Well, I was thinking too. I mean, if we teleport to the camp, I can turn into my earth elemental like we've done. And the same way we got out of the beholder, we get into the tower. I just burrow underneath.
Can we do that from here? Oh, you have to be able to see the plants that you want to teleport to, right?
I had to have touched the plants, yes.
Okay.
But he could teleport us to the camp. I could go earth elemental form. Go and then just start burrowing underground until we get to the tower. And then y'all could just come with me, like behind me.
If you can get through the force field, if it's not underground or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. That's the one problem that poses.
Are there any barriers to your burrowing? I'm just trying to help.
Kind of barriers are you talking about?
I do know, because this mage tower was constructed a very long time ago, it most likely has a subterranean portion, and if you're trying to break into there, if you can't burrow past work stone, that may present a problem because there may be some work stone to make sort of a dungeon area. I'm not sure what the dark mages have done with it, but if it's any tower like the ones that we usually have, it will have that.
Well, it's true. I can't burrow through it. But if it is a structure, I can beat the crap out of it.
That doesn't sound very stealthy.
No.
But it does sound fun.
The stealth seems like something we always strive for, but never achieve.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, I
Let's go-
stealthily
let's-
stabbed that vampire that one time.
Yeah. Let's go see what plans the keepers have and go from there.
By the way, I do have a silence spell.
Do you have Pass Without a Trace, too?
I do.
That might come in handy.
If there's even just an inch of space between the force field and the ground, I can get us in. I can't guarantee that there's a space between the force field and the ground, which there probably isn't.
Let's see what the frontline mages say.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, let's go then. Everyone outside. So you guys go. He unlocks all of the different locks on the door, and you guys pass to the outside of the sanctum where he locks it, still holding the iron box. Everybody make a perception check.
I'm not hearing my roll 20 sounds.
I
I
heard
didn't
them.
hear mine either.
I'm
I
hearing everybody's.
I didn't hear mine until it came through stream.
I didn't hear any.
I blame it on Boom.
Why not? So Zan and Zynes, in the brief moment as you step outside while you're waiting for the door to be locked, even through the darkness that is the night, you kind of look up and you see this large, hulking mass cutting through the sky. It doesn't seem to be moving fast to be a creature, but as you kind of look up, you see this huge, which seems to be kind of like a ship floating over the town that seems to be almost doing kind of like a circle as it floats, and it has quite a width on it, and you kind of point up and you guys all see this giant airship that is seemingly going north of Parna.
Do I see a name on the side of it?
Sponsored by the Crazy Wisp.
You don't see a name.
I squint. Can I see a name on it?
There's no like writing on the ship from what you can see.
Is there a logo?
There's no logo. Not from down here. You can't see anything like that.
Boots? No?
Does it look familiar from conversations I've had in the past?
You probably know what this is. Yeah.
Is
now
it the
that you know what this is.
Fixius?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you haven't seen a floating ship in the air before.
Guys, my new ride's here.
Wait, what?
It's the Fixius. That's ours.
The
You
Fixius?
you got some explaining to do there.
You remember back when Parna got destroyed? Remember that?
Parna?
Mhm.
And we were rebuilding this stuff, and we kind of did a few things. Zines, you remember specifically what we did, right? You and I did together? Yeah.
Mhm.
I bought a thing.
Wait, what did y'all do?
We did a thing.
I thought we were a team and don't keep secrets.
Right.
Right. Well, you remember way back when Ackland died?
Ackland hit.
Ackland hit,
Ackland
Ackland smash, Ackland fall in lava, Ackland ouch.
No, no.
You remember where that
Back.
was? You remember where he died?
Yeah. Did you plunder the mountain?
We went back and got the money from the dragon cave. For all of us. For all of us.
It's in the Guardians of Parna bank.
Or more specifically, I think it's in my account, but
Well then.
But I bought a
There's
thing.
potato.
I bought a thing. You want to take that or do you, or do you want to do the transport thing?
Okay, let me get this right, Boom. I can't have puppies. I can't have a damn pony. I can't have a damn uncle. But he gets a ship, an airship? I don't know what you want from me. You're taking
It's only-
everything from me.
It's only a minute old. Boom will probably blow it up soon. I mean, his name is Boom.
I mean, he did kill a magic carpet. And he calls us the murder hobos.
You took that bomb. Anyways,
We didn't know it was a bomb.
Yes, he bought the ship. Seemingly.
Okay. Well, because Chad's my BFF, yo. Even though I'm slightly jaded that, kept secrets from me, I'll follow him anywhere.
Well, I don't know if we can get there in time if we still want to have the password with the airship. We might want to come back to this.
Why
But
don't you tell who's ever driving that to keep circling Parna?
Does it have weapons on it?
it does. Not sure how good it would do against like mages, but I mean, why don't we teleport there and I can yell up and tell them the coordinates they need to drive to, and they can come and see. We can use it as support later.
That works.
Whatever you say, Captain.
Sorry, guys, this is a life goal of mine in Dungeons and Dragons to have an airship, so I'm very happy about this. I'm sorry.
I'm rolling with it. Because I'm down with GOP. You know me.
I yell up and yell the coordinates that they need to navigate to, and then act like it's no big deal. But inside, I'm just like giddy.
Okay. I mean,
He's like the opposite of raging right now.
Do you think that we could get there in time? I mean, is it a fairly quick trip if we jump on this balloon or this airship and get there?
you don't know, and it's probably not worth the risk if you're trying to make time of the essence.
Okay. I relay coordinates and say, okay, let's go.
Okay, they probably don't hear you because it's pretty high up there, but maybe they did.
They know. I'm sure they know.
Okay.
I use hand signals too. Military coordinate hand signals.
Oh, okay.
They got it.
All right. Maybe. So you guys all hold hands so that the making sure to touch chill so that the teleportation can take effect. And as the keeper opens the box, there seems to be a ring with a very nice gem on it. He takes it and puts it on his thumb. But as he's holding hands, the teleportation magic seems to emanate from this ring, and you are all taken away. In an instant, the night is gone and then returns, and you guys find yourself standing in a field. You can see the moon, and you see a couple of things very quickly. In the moonlight, there's a couple of these domes You recognize them instantly as tiny huts that seem to be scattered, probably amongst where you stand. You also see some glimmering portals, but they don't seem like the ones that you've encountered where the beasts have exited from. They seem to be these like shimmering pink doors that almost you could enter or exit from that may lead to another place. But you don't see any mages necessarily. And the keeper, we have arrived.
Take us to your leader.
Yeah, that's right. This one. And he leads you to one of the pink shimmering doors. And he kind of, one moment please, and he enters and just disappears.
Zanies kind of does the thing where, like, you know, when you got just a door where you kind of like, whoa, and you just kind of appear on both sides of it.
After a minute, he reappears. Yes, come in. You should be able to come in. Come in.
I enter.
So as you guys walk through, you see kind of a stunning display of what seems to be a pretty nice house, seemingly from nowhere, but it's all kind of shimmering and pink, and there's this elaborate kind of stairway that goes up. You're in kind of a foyer area. You can see a kitchen to your right. To the left seems to be a dining room, and past the stairs looks like there's some offices and bedrooms. Currently standing, there is Keeper Sav, Keeper Nibble, and Keeper Ratuk, all standing there with a number of other keepers, seemingly all having the Parna robes on. So upon you entering, Keeper Nibble walks forward. Guardians, it is good to have you.
Should have told us beforehand that you were doing this, but, you know, whatevs.
We had to go quickly. I'm sure you've had this explained to you.
You
Anyway, we're
could
not salty. Continue.
have sent a messenger or something, you know, whatever. You know, go ahead.
We did send a messenger, and you were not where we were told you would be, and so we had to go ourselves, unfortunately. But it is good that you are here now. What can we aid you with this evening?
How do you want us to help you defeat the dark mages once and for all?
And by the way, they attacked your tower just now.
Yes, we did send Sav. How did that go? I put up a stone wall. It's quite well. We'll need to do a couple of extra things, but I've set some barriers and wards, and it should be fine. Yes, quite. I was going to, if you are here, I was going to ask, how would you like to do this? We can help take down the barrier if you'd like to go through the front. I'm not sure if you've seen the tower yet. They have a perimeter set up with stone walls. I'm not sure what lies on the interior, but getting to the front door should prove challenging. We can't quite get up to the top of the tower with barriers, but we could get through. We've been discussing means of assault. I'll be frank with you.
I'll be Zan with you.
Well, that would be great.
Hi, Frank.
We would like to eliminate this threat. However, the preservation of any magical items that they have stolen from us is going to be our top priority. We do know that while Parna is safe, Stillwater's sanctum was attacked, Korruff was destroyed, and Dewhurst was attacked. So there are a number of magical items that have been stolen from our possession, and we are ready to finish this once and for all. I'm sure that drawing us here and allowing them to have us to scry on them was a distraction so that we would be away from our sanctums. So we need to work quickly. We were mounting an assault for the morning, but it seems you would like to go now.
Is everybody here rested? Do they have all their spell slots?
No, we have put up the mansions for the evening, the tiny huts. We are ready to rest and full assault in the morning.
Well, it isn't that we want to go now, but we have the password now.
You have the password. How may I ask did you acquire that?
You can ask.
We captured one of the dark mages that attacked your tower.
Oh, that's excellent. Do you have him with you?
Yes.
That's excellent. Can we see him?
Tell him to touch the ball.
Yeah, but they don't go in together. Yes. We might want to take some precautions first. He is a dark mage.
I start stretching because I'm going to have to grip him
I got your back, Chad.
Dan, you got a pair of pants ready?
You do have the
pull up
extra
that
pair of pants.
and then start winging around my head. I got this. Let's go.
All right. Well, yes, if we could talk to him, that would aid us.
Okay, so he's under a spell, so he has to tell the truth. He can't impede our investigation, and that should last quite a while longer. He shouldn't.
Last time.
30 days, right?
Which spell did you use?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. I mean, he can disobey, but we'll know immediately if he's going against it.
It'll
He'll take
cause
some-
him pain, right?
Yeah, severe
Yes. Let's
Massive
hope he's
pain.
still alive. All right.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
I think we would know if we had killed him, but okay.
We
So
don't smell anything.
hopefully the Pokeball does protect us from that. All right. So do we have enough room? How big is this room?
It's a pretty big room.
Only one exit?
Yep.
I asked the question. They can't hear us outside of here, right?
Correct.
Okay. I show in a place on the floor to drop him on, and I'm ready to grab him.
All right. I point the Pokeball.
Okay. So once you release whatever is inside, you watch this energy kind of materialize into a body that lies prone on the floor, seemingly not moving.
I grab him so he continues to not move.
Okay, as you kind of grab him and start to grapple him, make an athletics check.
Is he surprised? Would I get advantage on this athletics check?
Sure.
Great job, you surprised.
How's a crit? Does a crit work for you? That's what happened the last time I grabbed this guy too. He's like made for the size of my hands. He has like Chad grab here written on his shirt, pointing in different areas, and I just grip him.
Well, yeah, you like wrestle the body and kind of put it in like a full Nelson. You like turn over, and he appears dead.
Suicide?
I shake him.
Okay, you shake him.
He wasn't like this when we put him in there.
So you're telling me that he was alive? Yeah, Keeper Sav kind of. He was alive. I did see him. He must have potentially you told him not to thwart, correct?
Yeah, and I told him not to die.
Well,
We took away his magic wand, so he couldn't use that.
He was
The-
bound and gagged. He couldn't have bit like some capsule or anything.
the
Come on.
only possible is because only the things that you told him at the time of casting the spell would have, so not to thwart. So if he was thwarting while he was in there, he would have taken increasingly enough damage to possibly explode his brain.
Wait a minute, I know what happened. Zan, you loved him, didn't you?
I didn't want to say anything. But yeah, he was gonna be my new werewolf.
Oh my gosh.
Makes sense.
Oh no, Aura, please forgive me. I didn't betray you.
Well, that's neither here nor there. We still know the password for the next couple hours. Can we use that to our advantage, or should we wait till everybody's had a little nap?
We would benefit from waiting until the morning
Oh,
and having
yeah.
a chance to prepare spells. But if you'd like to go, we can.
Mr. Boom, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I need you in secrets.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So, Dreve.
Sup?
Sup?
Not a lot of.
Yeah.
I dig in the airship though.
Thanks. Yeah, this is a serious life goal of mine. D&D life goal.
That's awesome.
I have wanted one of those since I was a teenager.
Well, what are you gonna do now that you got it?
Well, I mean, we have an airship that we can use instead of bothering these keepers all the time whenever we want to travel the world. And we have, there's ballistas and harpoon guns on it, so we can fight aerial battles.
That's gonna be fun. I know what they're discussing. I think I know it.
So the majority of us would take from a full rest night's sleep, but I'm willing to provide you with as many of us half supply if you would like.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you're talking about at all.
Most of us have spent our spells for the day, and so if we go in this evening, we will not be at full capacity, but we are willing to help you if that is what you would like to do. We are mounting our assault for the morning, as I said, but if you'd like to go in this evening, because there is a possible chance they will be low on spells as well, but they've been in there for quite some time, so they might be well fortified.
So they're getting their spell slots back. You're getting your spell slots back. How many of us are there on your side?
Well, we're not where we'd like to be. With the loss of the sanctums, we are maybe 30 in number.
Or what's their estimated number?
We have very little details about the inside. We've seen maybe one or two on top of the, not the tower, but the wall. Maybe two at a time, but I'm sure there's a few, if not many. This is all a trap for us to fall into. They're just waiting for us to come to them.
So, is there? I'm trying to think, and so I'm asking for help for ideas. There's a lot of, well, even with only 30, they have some pretty serious magic. And I'm trying to think of a way to make it where we're not fighting all of them at one time. And I'm wondering if there's a way that we can use this body of this dead dark mage to somehow fool them. So if we got in with the password tonight, not necessarily to do battle, but to like plant this body somehow.
Can we use him to create a Raoul suit?
I mean, hoping that they don't have any anti-magic fields up, which they very well might. It is very possible that any of us have access to seeming disguise self. Anyone could look like that keeper, but it's very unlikely that or a dark mage, excuse me, that dark mage would not go waltzing through the barrier and into the tower.
That seems like an important slip of the tongue. Are the keepers actually just really dark mages?
No.
Okay, good talk. But would it really be a magical effect if we skinned Raoul and wore him like a Raoul suit?
That would not be, but that is very disgusting and might take some time.
That's true. To make it look right, it would.
I don't want to know about your skinning of people experiences.
We probably shouldn't talk about it then. Okay, so moving on.
I will leave it up to your discretion. I know that us going in with half our spells or less is going to be not ideal, but if you all feel now is the time, we can attack and see how it goes.
I still say now is the time to take advantage of the password we have. That doesn't necessarily mean now is the time to attack them.
I have a strategy type question for you keepers. I know that you guys can make force fields, protection fields. You can make things look like they're not there in town. I think you hit a whole tower. Is this correct?
No, that would
That
be
would
our
be them.
counterpart.
Okay, but
Yes. But we do have the ability to do those things. Yes.
how long does like a protection field last?
Oh, their barrier. Typically, if it's a wall of force, it's only 10 minutes. So they must be using some higher enchanted magic to keep it up longer, or they're tending to it. I would say because the barrier wasn't always up, but by the time we realized it, they had put it up. They're most likely using. We had in one of our possessions what we would call the plates, and the plates, if placed properly, would create a large barrier to conceal a tower. And
Are all the
destruction of those plates
Are all the dark mages in the barrier that they've created?
that we know of? We haven't seen any outside.
I'm just wondering if you could put a barrier on the outside of their barrier and just keep them in there forever.
From what we know, teleportation isn't blocked by the barrier. You could get in and out still, unless their tower has magical enchantments on it protecting it from divination, which it does. We do know that. So they could simply walk outside and teleport away.
Being able to teleport inside a barrier seems like a really big security flaw.
Here's the problem. We could just teleport past the barrier, but we're not sure what is on the ground. I told you about the courtyard. We're not sure what's in the courtyard, and we also don't know what's on the top of the tower. And so going in blindly could be simply an ambush, and we weren't ready for that yet. But we do have the ability to disintegrate a portion of the barrier to let your party or whoever in, but then the barrier will probably close behind you.
So if we were to go in and get the layout, because you disintegrate, we stealth in there and look around, give you a layout to where you could teleport in, would that be of help for tomorrow morning's battle?
It would be, if you can get in the tower, yes, that would help us quite a deal.
Okay. What do we want to do, guys? What do we want to do?
I don't know. I think the keepers are incompetent.
Well, I can see advantages of both ways of doing this, you know? Having 30 mages rested up with all their spell slots seems like it would be a little bit of advantage. But on the other side, the dark mages could be resting and getting their spell slots back, where if they've been using them all day and don't have any today, we could go in and just, you know, they're squishy right now.
How long has the keepers been battling these guys on the front line?
We've been at this standstill for only a few days.
So they've been at a standstill for a few days, and in those days they've had their spell slots back. Are we that confident? Confident in them that they will be an asset if they're, because right now, sans us, it is still an equal, standstill. It's still a standstill, and so when we introduce ourselves into this equation, we may be the tipping point alone, but if we give it a hard reset and let everybody rest up, I mean, that might make it a lot harder for us. But I don't know, because I'm an idiot, but that's just what I think I'm seeing.
The problem is we just lost a good number of mages to go tend to the attacks on the sanctums. So we have to decide if we're going to go now or if we can keep them at bay longer until we can get our full forces back. But with you being here, it seems advantageous to go quickly.
But hang on. So you're not even at full force that you've been at with a stalemate for the last few days. So
Correct.
I don't think this password is actually going to do us any good then. I mean, in the overall scheme of things, I think that I think the whole situation and the keepers are in a bad situation right now, worse than they've been the last 3 days. And I don't think we're going to put them over the edge, the tipping point of the stalemate.
We'll be going in the morning regardless, because we cannot allow the dark mages to have access to these magical weapons anymore. And if that results in our deaths, we've decided that is what is going to happen. But we
But
have to
they've
break.
already gotten quite a bit of your relics and your magical items that you hoard. We've tried to help you in the past, and you kept choosing this way, and it has led to nothing but ruin.
Then the choice is all on you.
Chinese, what's up? What do you feel like?
Well, we're more prepared now. And there's a chance with our keepers depleted that the dark mages are depleted as well, but there's a chance. We don't know their numbers.
I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
Should we roll a 50-50 and see what happens? Let the dice control our actions.
I reached down with the orb and I touched the dead body of Raoul.
Okay. It immediately gets sucked up.
Just in case.
Now you're using it as a vacuum cleaner. I like it.
Not to be that guy, but I have a problem with that. If he has passed, and then he has passed, and his soul has moved on, and we need to give him a proper burial.
Well, this way he's in suspended animation until we can get him to the place where he should rest.
And I'm
said
going to give
yourself
him back.
time doesn't pass.
And I'm going to give him back to his people to let them do that.
Okay, I trust you in this.
That went easier than I thought. Cool.
Well, death comes to us all.
In about 5 minutes from now, probably.
Indeed, sir, and it was quite an honor.
That gives Anne a hug.
I let him embrace me, and I quiver slightly.
Anybody leaning one way or the other? Because I can go. Okay.
I mean, Zan's made it pretty clear he hates the keepers. He thinks they're incompetent, but like he sees that both sides going, we could charge in, and there's a chance we could do a whole lot of good, or we could wait tomorrow and have a better shot. But if they're already down in more numbers and dark mages are still amassing more of their stuff, there's no telling if they're set up to attack any other vaults, because they said that there was more vaults, and we just happened to stumble upon the two guys that just happened to pop up in Parna. They've already hit other cities. Like we don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes. And
I kind of think we should just go now.
Well, and I think that at the very least, having the password and taking advantage of it may just be a precursor to the real battle tomorrow.
I say it's Chad's call.
It's my fault.
No, I said it's your call. Sir.
I know, so it'll be my fault.
No, sir, not at all. I trust your wisdom and
If
your
we die, it's Boom's
tact.
fault.
Okay.
I've given you guys so much agency on this decision. I don't want a hand in this at all.
Well, Boom
You say
said
what?
that they would like us to go now. Zines is leaning towards going now. Everybody else is on the fence, so it looks like we're leaning towards going in now.
Then I will give you as much aid as we possibly can.
This is going to be horrible, isn't it? Okay, let's do this.
All right, then myself, Ratuk, Sav, and I will pop into the other mansions while we can send others to distract, so that hopefully your front line will not be so full of dark mages. So if you go through the front, we can get you in. I will come, Ratuk, Sav. We can have a few other keepers. The rest will be put on the other sides of the tower, and we will, because there's a perimeter of them around the tower, and then there's the front courtyard that we'll have to get into, decide how to dispatch that there, and then we can find our way inside.
Okay, once you guys have had your little nap, make sure you come in too and help us out.
If we're doing this evening, like I said, we will be low on spell slots, but we will all help with this fight. So our party will go in, and the rest will help with the perimeter.
So if we're all coming in, not disguised, then the password doesn't do us any good.
Oh, the password should work. If it's an arcane locker, anyone who has the password will be able to use it.
Okay. So we're
So-
not delivering it to a person.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but typically if they've set up a password, it will be used for anything that requires a password. Once we get inside, I can help you figure out what those things are.
You should not use passwords that way. That's not really that safe. Using one password for everything is bad.
But typically, we don't operate that way, but I understand what you're saying. I'm guessing that they were not hoping for the password to be leaked, but it is what it is.
It's just going to be Chad yelling carrot and swinging his axe at things. Carrot, swing his axe. Carrot, swing his axe.
If you will allow me a few moments, we will grab everything else that we need. I will alert everyone that we move now, and we will go.
Chad sits down and meditates and focuses on battle things.
Do any of you, any of the rest of you, do anything to prepare?
There's no point in me using my poison on my arrows yet, right?
How long does the poison last? Do you have to, I mean, do you do it in battle? Is that when you have to do it? Because it doesn't last very long?
I'm trying to remember. I think so.
Didn't we say it lasts for like an hour or something, and that's it once it's applied, and then it just kind of evaporates and it's no good after an hour?
A minute.
What's it, a minute?
Right.
I think it's like a minute.
Okay.
Which is why I have to do it in battle.
Yeah.
Very well. You watch as the keeper takes out these stones out of a pouch. One is scarlet blue, another rose, and another white. You watch as he flicks them up, and as they get around his head, it starts to orbit his head. And he does this 2 more times. So he has 3 stones that seem to orbit around his head. I will be right back. And he exits out the door. A few moments pass. You guys meditate, get your bearings, and then you are led outside by Keeper Sav and Ratuk, and you can see there is a very small number of keepers, roughly about 30, that have gathered. Some in blue, some in red, some in yellow, each to signify the different sanctums in which they come from. And Nibble kind of steps forward. This is our force. And Guardians, if you have anything to say, we would ask you to speak, knowing quite well that this could be the last time we all work together. And I understand that some of you are not very fond of us and our ways and our tenets and the things that we hold dear. But I would thank you for the opportunity to help us in this quest. And if we can keep the kingdom safe by eliminating this threat and the use of these magical items, then I believe it is a grand day for all, even if some life is lost. Is there anything that you would like to say before we go?
Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from around the world will join others from around the world, and we'll be launching the largest aerial battle in this history of mankind. Mankind. That word should... Wait, wrong movie. Sorry.
Today is our Independence Day.
Yes, we fight for Parna.
Okay, take
So
your
I'm gonna fly your ship straight up in. Never mind.
advantage for inspiration because that's hilarious.
Noted.
Oh goodness.
So you dipped into clerics for some spells, and you dipped into bards for some inspiration, eh?
We have a common goal. It's for the freedom of Parna. Do what you can. Do what you must. Do everything for Parna.
Was that a quote?
No, that was just me saying things.
Okay.
All right. Very well. You all, let's get in place, and then when the flares go off, we will launch our attack.
I just noticed that one of the keepers picked up some pom poms or something and a cheerleader outfit and is cheering for us. I believe their name is Ash.
Nice.
That's the favorite keeper of magic.
Zinies, make an investigation check. You take a look, and you don't really see any. This being a portion that's kind of closer to the coast, so there's not really a lot of vegetation around.
I look over and I see Zini's looking around, but I see that her eyes are closed. I say, it works better if you open your eyes, Zini's. Open your eyes.
Chad.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the process.
Nature.
All right. So you watch as the keepers kind of cluster up into groups and start to disperse towards what you see now, squinting because it's very dark by this point. But you can see kind of a tall figure. And as you guys start to go closer, you can see this tall tower. There's no lights. There's no fire. But as you grow closer, you can see that there's this large stone wall that has been constructed jutting out from the tower, probably around 100 feet in width, and you can't really see the other side of it. But as you guys start to approach, you see the other keepers start to go around the sides. Nibble turns around. So it's, just so you guys are all aware, it's a Nibble, Sav, Ratuk, and 2 other keepers that you haven't really met with, but they seem old and nice.
Do they seem like keepers?
Roll a perception check. They are definitely keepers. You have actually seen them before. They are from Parna, and they're mostly motivated to help you guys in your quest.
It's really been bothering me, the name Ratuk. I've heard that name before and I couldn't figure out where, but now I know. It was what one of the pipes was making a noise of in Red Dwarf. They kept saying, "It says Ratuk. It says Ratuk."
I did not know that.
Okay, we can move on. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay. And Nibble turns. Once we disintegrate the barrier, we will have mere seconds to pass through, and it will enclose behind us, and we will be inside. How would you like to proceed with this wall?
So just a wall, no openings, just a wall.
You don't see any openings.
And how high is it?
Appears to be about 10 foot high.
I jump on top of it. I jump up, grab myself, pull myself up.
We're not there yet.
Well, that's what I plan on doing once we get there.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to go over the wall. I'm just asking. I don't have all the answers. I'm sorry.
Do you want to go through the wall?
Not necessarily, unless you plan on breaking it.
Do you know me at all?
I'm guessing you mean breaking it.
I break things, but I mean,
What I think in magical terms, so everything costs spell slots. So I did not want to pass wall through the wall.
I was thinking going over it might be quieter.
It potentially could be. We don't know what's on or behind it.
Man, sure would be good time to have, Kahoo that could fly over and be our eyes.
Or a flying carpet.
Yeah.
A giant flying airship. Should we just go up to the wall and say carrot, see what happens?
Can't hurt anything.
All right then. We're all ready. Currently, you guys are probably you're probably 100 feet from the wall.
And we're inside the barrier?
Not yet. Not that you know of. You watch as Nibble kind of puts his hand up, and you guys can see as soon as he kind of taps it, a small shimmer kind of goes over, and then nothing.
How are you gonna get us through?
Well, that's why I'm asking the plan, because once we disintegrate it, they will most likely see us, and it will be all hands on deck.
Wait a minute. I can get us over that wall. I can get us up to the top of the tower. Are there any windows on the tower?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
$13.
With it being dark and you being so far away, you don't see any really openings or any light sources on the tower itself.
Have they seen any during the day?
Not really.
Well, I can get us to the top. That won't be a problem.
I can cast daylight.
That would make them think that it's morning, and then they don't have all their spell slots, but they think they do.
That's like the kind of prank you pull when like somebody's in high school and you set their alarm. You move their clock forward to like 7 a.m. and it's really like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they freak out and get to school like 5 hours early.
How would you suggest getting to the top?
Windwalk,
How many does that support?
10.
We could put some, I think up to 2 of you guys in the Pokeball.
That would get us to the top. Hopefully no one is up there waiting for us.
If there is, all we have to do is just move away.
I mean, there's got to be either windows or a landing up at the top, right? Because what's the point of having a tower if you can't look out or stand out and look over everything?
I'm just saying, if anything is at the top, it takes us a minute to come out of Windwalk, correct?
Right, but if something's at the top, at the very least, we know what's there. We don't have. It does take a minute to revert back, but we don't have to revert right there. I mean, we could theoretically scout out the entire area before reverting back.
If that is what you would like to do, we could.
It's the stealthiest way for us to do it. But, I mean, stealthy is really not... Once we disintegrate the force field, and they know we're here, if we go wind platform, they don't know we're here. They're looking for someone else. They may not necessarily... They may leave an area unguarded.
And they're going to be looking around the barrier and not at the top of the tower, so we can take them by surprise from behind, and I like this plan.
Plus, I have pass without trace.
So what is the plan if something is at the top and we get up there, see they're at the top, where do we revert for a minute before we... You see what I'm saying?
I think we're conferring with the Tiny Mage TS to figure out what we're doing.
As you should. Mm-hmm.
Wise. You forgot the word wise.
The wise and all-knowing TS. I mean, we're going in to try to kill people. Dark mages. And if they're at the top, then we killed them. That's where they are. We just...
Oh, but if there are ones up there, do you just make note of it and you keep, moving around, looking around? Or whatever.
I have a suggestion. Why don't we take our 5-minute break and hit this when we return?
Totally fine.
Do you want an outro on your break? You want to say something? Just go?
We're good to break. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll break. We'll be back in 5.
Okay, here we go. Hey, we're back.
We'll go back.
Did I scare you? Boom, it looked like I scared you a little bit.
I was scared.
I did the countdown, but you weren't watching, so I thought I'd come back in with a, hey, we're back.
Looking at other things that I need to know in the next hour and a half, so...
How to kill us more effectively?
TPK.
Honestly, I want to be good allies too, but yeah, TPK.
Chad starts chanting that too. The Guardians of Parna, TPK, TPK. The Guardians of Wait, those letters aren't right.
So you guys stand at the edge of the barrier, deciding, waiting to give the signal to the other keepers. What would you like to do?
I'll go through with the plan.
The Windwalk plan.
Oh, yeah. We started talking when we got real life accosted. I was saying that if there's somebody up there, why would we want to leave? We just go up there. They're going to be distracted by the barrier. We just go up and fight our way down and flank everybody.
Well, to revert back from the gaseous form, it takes 1 minute, which is 10 rounds.
But they don't see us until we're of solid form, right?
That's a boom call there.
We will be gaseous and misty. They will be able to see us. We're not invisible.
Like mist.
Except with pass without trace.
And we'll just we'll just keep saying carrot.
That will help us. We won't be able to talk.
If there's a landing and like just above that there's a roof, if we do it on the roof, we could just jump down to the landing.
If we don't alert anything on the roof, yes. Or the landing. I understand.
We'll be out of sight of the landing because we'll be on the roof.
All right, I think that's the plan then. Fight our way down.
It's your gaseous form, Ziny, so you're driving. So if you think for any reason we shouldn't go there, I trust your judgment.
Well, like he said, one of the things is we're not going to be able to communicate in this form.
Right, that's why I trust your judgment. You'll be able to make that decision.
There's one other issue. It takes a minute to cast, correct? Or do you have a scroll?
I have a scroll.
If you have a scroll, then we dodged a arrow. Because
You were
I'll
going to say bullet.
an arrow, because we will need to disintegrate and then we'll need to go into misty form. And if it was going to take a minute, the barrier was going to re-collapse before we got in.
Or we cast the Misty and then do the barrier and then just slip in gaseous form.
Can't cast while in gaseous form, though.
We won't be able to do anything in gaseous form.
Oh, I thought some other guys could. Oh, whatever. Let's just go. Let's do the things.
All right.
I don't know how magic works. I just hit things with this.
So she's leading us, and she will decide when we come out. Is that what we have decided?
Is there any other way that doesn't happen?
I'm perfectly fine. We'll have to decide once we can fly over that courtyard, see what's inside. We'll go to the top, and then I'll let you decide if it looks like we should land or
If you
we'll
see
follow you.
If you see me do a loop-de-loop, we're landing.
The only thing stronger than the spell will be table talk. That's it.
Then very well. If you're ready, I'm ready.
Let's do this. Oh, it's not. Oh, I was gonna do the "let's do this" command, but that's it. That's in chat. That's in libs. Stream.
You can add the command real quick and then do it, and then we can say it.
Yeah, I have to link it.
Okay, so are you ready, Zines?
Yeah.
I pull my axe.
Okay. You watch as Keeper Nibble backs up slightly, points his finger out, and a green beam just blasts into this invisible wall, creating what you guys can see to be a opening. The shimmering is dissipated for a moment, and you watch then as other green beams start to hit the barrier around this tower, and you watch as some what look like flares go up into the sky as the attack is now starting.
I immediately, as soon as I see the barrier disintegrate, step in on that side on the off chance it does close behind.
Okay.
I follow
Forecasting.
immediately.
Okay. Everyone moves with you, so you guys all go through, but then you read the.
I read the scroll off.
Okay. You guys, because it happens, you guys all feel wispy. You watch as your bodies, even chills form, all become like smoke, and you feel really fast. You can't speak, but you feel really fast. And Zines, where are you going?
First, we're gonna go up over the wall and
Okay.
see the courtyard.
Make perception checks with disadvantage because it's night.
I almost thought we could advantage since you were up high. Okay, let me do that. Is it everybody or just me?
You're the first one.
15.
Okay. You do see what appear to be some bodies moving in between. There seems to be a 10-foot section of the wall. So the wall is 10 foot, it looks like, thick. And you can see there are what look like mages stationed on the wall. And as you guys continue over, you see a large courtyard in like a triangular fashion. And it looks very empty. Just looks grassy, and you don't see much down there. As you continue kind of towards the tower, you do see a door in the center of this large courtyard.
Okay, I want to start flying towards the top.
Okay, so you start to arc up, and everyone else arcs up with you. And you can see now that you're getting up higher, that the keepers are starting to close in. There are multiple dark mages around the back side of the north side of the tower, and you can see various what look like red streaks, green streaks, firebolts. Things are being discharged from both sides, and you can watch as they are closing in towards the tower. And a couple of keepers are moving in on the sides of the courtyard, and you can see various beams and blasts happening. So as you guys coast up, you're close enough now. There are no windows to this tower. It all seems to be very closed in. And as you kind of arc up to the top, do you just like peek over, or do you go like around and go up?
Kind of like around and up.
Okay. As you kind of start to coast up, this tower doesn't really have an edge as far as like things to keep things from falling off. It's straight and smooth, but you can see at the top there's these two rather large what look like rooms just placed on the top, and they look enclosed, and they kind of are round on one side. There's two of them directly across from each other, a door, and then you can see various small not beams, but almost orb-like balls of energy on the sides of the tower that don't have these large room compartments. You can see as you kind of coast up, you can see in the center there is this hole that seems to go down through the tower, a giant hole. You also see not one but two giant, almost suits of armor like looking things, but they appear much larger, and they appear to be made out of some sort of large metal, and they don't appear to be moving at the present time.
What happens if I go and you said there was two rooms on the top?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I slip under the door?
Oh, you want to try to slip under the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to go towards under the door. Everyone else, at least the keepers, are going to follow. You slip under. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Okay. So do you want the one that is northwest or southeast?
Which one was I closer to when we came up around?
Well, you guys approached from the south, so if you went straight up, you would be close to the southeast one. But if you like did a turn, you either one.
Let's go with the northern one.
Okay. So you go towards the center, and you slip under the door. You see about 3 tiny huts that have been cast, and they are opaque, and you cannot see in them.
And if I turn around to go look at the other one?
Well, so as you start to try to slip out the door, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keepers slip under the door following you.
Sorry, I had to aggro there for a second.
The keepers followed you out.
Well, they followed in first. Okay. So they follow you in, you start to slip out, so they start to slip out with you, and you can see these giant constructs start to move. as they are slowly kind of approaching towards your guys' direction, just with these large
Seeing as we can dash, can we dash out of there?
Well, you come out of the door and you see them approaching, but you're much faster than them right now. Do you go straight across the hole, or do you go over to the other door?
Is it one room with two doors from either side? Is that what it is?
No, so it's like so the tower has a room up here with a door towards the center and a room down here with a door towards the center. So two separate compartments. The doors are approximately 45 feet from each other across the tower.
Whichever way the sentinels are coming towards us, essentially, I want to like get out of their way and go around.
Okay, well, they're approaching from the sides of this hole, so it'd be fastest to just go across the hole. But I'm asking, do you go straight towards the other door, or do you kind of fly up and around?
Probably get arc it.
Okay. So as you slip out of there and the keepers come with you, go over and into the other room. And you see one of the shimmering portals that was cast, or that the keepers had. You see one of those, and also two more huts.
But no giant suits of metal that walk around.
Not in the rooms. Those of you that didn't follow Zionese, did anybody follow Zionese into the second room?
I always follow Zionese everywhere.
Okay.
I just don't know if to revert here or go back down.
You hear behind you guys now, doof, 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 seems to be coming in your direction.
Can we get back out?
Yeah, you slip under the door and they're like right there.
Slip between the legs?
Yeah. You guys all dip out, but they have noticed your presence.
You guys are gonna kill me from deviating from the plan. But I think I'm gonna lead us back down the tower to the door that was at the bottom of the tower and slip inside down there.
Make another perception check real quick.
Is the stairs inside that we can just go down, or?
Advantage, disadvantage, normal.
Normal, because there's enough light from these balls of energy to see. Oh,
Wow, 10.
yikes.
I know, it's not a fail, it's a 10.
It's 10. It's a
We're
10.
not in combat.
You see on the, so in between where this room ends and the other one ends, basically on the other quadrants, so the upper right and the upper left quadrant, there are staircases, as well as the giant hole in the middle.
Okay, then probably head towards the staircase.
Which one? You currently
One
have gone out, and so there's one to your right and one to your left.
The dice roll here. Hold on. For those of you who don't think I'm legit rolling a dice to figure out which direction I'm going, there it is.
No one would ever doubt dice rolls.
Nope,
here.
we're going to the right.
So you and everyone go to the right down the staircase. And as you get down one floor, let's see. You can you get down and there's at least a small area where you could come out. Probably like a 5-7 foot area carved around this staircase. And it's very foggy from what you can see, and it's pretty hard to see, and it's hard to get through the staircases due to some webs, but you guys are able to maneuver them pretty well.
Okay, once we get to that little 5-7 area you said, I'll do my little loopy loop and start reverting back.
Okay. How did the rest of you comply?
If I don't phase back, how long can I stay as a gas?
8 hours. I didn't tell you, but it lasts 8 hours.
Would I have known that?
Not really. If you don't phase back, you don't know how long you can stay.
But if I don't phase back, I don't ever have to wear pants again.
It's true.
That's never stopped you before. Let's be honest.
All right, I'm gonna roll a die to figure out what I'm gonna do.
Somehow this is our decision making now.
I followed the direction of Zines and revert back with Zines.
Yeah, I follow Zines and revert back.
Okay. So you guys take a minute. It takes Chill a little longer, but when he sees you figuring it out, only like 30 seconds. When he sees you, he figures it out. So he reverts back as well.
You know, Anna, sometime you should write a little like short story of like Chill's perspective and all this.
Chill in his stoner voice.
If you were still a bard, you could bard it up.
Okay, so you guys have all now reverted, and you're standing next to this staircase in kind of a circular fashion, all on the next floor down.
I'm gonna quietly whisper. Well, we know 2 suits of magical armor upstairs, with tiny huts, which more than likely are gonna house, however many mages.
Or tiny huts were up to 10 people, right? If memory serves.
Medium and small creatures of up to 8 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah, and we saw a total of 5, so there could theoretically be up to 50.
So, Zan, you know about tiny huts and stuff. Are there any vulnerabilities to those?
Not if we were not inside at the time of the creation.
All right.
The only other way is to get the person to draw them out of their tiny hut. The person who casted the tiny hut.
We can't like turn them so when they walk out of the tiny hut, they fall down out of the tower and onto the ground and die?
Nope.
That's a shame.
The perfect year of the perfect environment. Pretty amazing spell, actually.
What happens if we destroy the floor underneath it?
Well, then, you'd have to, well, boom, in my knowledge, or what I think my knowledge of Tiny Hut is, it was a sphere, and so it would not allow his weapon to hit from any direction to break said floor. Like, you would have to hit it in such a way to, like, basically just obliviate the whole floor of the
You'd
whole
have to go
tower or
around it, and then
Yeah,
hopefully it
because-
would structurally give out. But you don't know.
What if I knock the tower down? What happens?
We don't know.
This seems like an experiment that I can get on board with.
Of course.
Keeper Nibble chimes in. We could dispel the tiny huts if we would like.
That sounds like a plan too. Can you knock down the tower?
That almost spit take from X.
Tonight, no, we cannot knock down the tower.
Okay. We'll keep that on the back burner. Um, I would say
Lead us downstairs.
I just feel like there's a lot to do up here.
You want to handle up here first?
There's so many that we have to worry about. It could just be one in each hut. You know, let's be real. It could just be one. But I just
Well,
don't
we
think
know
we're
it-
that lucky.
We know it's at least one because the person who casts it has to stay inside of it for it to maintain.
As you're having this conversation, you can see those of you that are closer to the entrance, there is about a 10-foot opening into this larger section, which the hole that was at the top of the tower does continue down through the center of it. You can kind of, those of you that are close enough can kind of see down the hole, but not quite yet. But there is a path that goes around this hole to the other staircase on the other side.
Why not just drop all the tiny huts at one time and just go in swinging?
Well, I mean, if we were going to do that, I would suggest just doing one at a time. But just keep coming back to what if we knock the tower down,
How would we knock the tower down?
but with physical force? It's probably protected and magicked and stuff, so it probably won't work. But I really like the idea of just knocking down the tower, taking care of everything all at once.
I think you would have to hijack one of the constructs to be able to do it.
You know, it'd be really fun is if we had the airship from the top and I just cannonball off as an earth elemental.
It's about this time you do hear, coming from the top of the staircase, these large footfalls. Doof, doof, doof.
Can I reach in my pack and get a piece of rope and tie it across the stairwell as an improvised trap? As a tripwire?
Make a straight dexterity check. Yeah, you find a small gap in the rock to put one end around, and you kind of have to wrap it around the whole thing, but you do manage to get some rope across the staircase.
It's okay, guys. I got this covered. Let's figure out what we're doing.
We might want to split up so if they come tumbling down, we don't get in that snowball effect.
Wait, you want that at the top or at the bottom?
Well, not at the very, very bottom, but somewhere towards the bottom.
Like where you guys came out on this floor?
I would assume somewhere between whatever's coming down and where we're at. So somewhere between there and there.
Okay.
It's hard to visualize without a map.
Well, let's say it's a circular staircase. So Spiral, circular, it's round.
Okay. Spherical.
Cylindrical.
Never mind. I was.
Basically, if they're up here, we're down here. Zan wants to put it like right around here so they trip and fall down.
Oh, I see.
Literally using it as a tripwire.
Okay. Well, I let you do it, so it's there.
I was scouring my character sheet. I thought I had some vials of oil, but I don't, so I can't use that.
I had. No. We got to decide something.
Well, I think we should all shift off to the sides of the walls first. That way we leave that area for them to come tumbling down.
Okay, so you guys at least move out of where they would fall. Okay. You hear this giant explosion that seems to come from the outside of the tower. It sounds like the fighting is starting to get kind of fierce down on the front lines.
I want to kind of like behind my back, kind of cast produce flame so it's in my hand, and then just kind of throw it down the staircase so that the armor kind of sees it and goes after it.
Well, currently the armor hasn't come down the stairs.
Oh, they're still up there. Okay.
They're still up there, but they sound like they're kind of close, almost like they might be waiting for you guys to come back up.
Let's just go kill the armor.
All right.
Damn, I wanted to see them trip.
Yeah, I kind of want to see him trip too.
Can't we just move the rope up higher so they can trip and then we can kill them?
I don't think they hit the stairs at all, did they? They stayed up on the landing.
They haven't come down the stairs yet.
We just need to push them down. That's all we need to do. Get on the other side, push them down. This plan can't fail. Let's go.
I follow Chad anywhere.
So you're going up the stairs?
Careful to not trip. Yes.
Okay, so you go about halfway up the stairs where the wire is. You step gingerly over it. You can see, without kind of poking your head up, that they are looming probably right there.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Is it grab the ankles and pull them over?
Well, no. What happens when lightning strikes metal?
Depends.
It seems like constructs made of metal would be vulnerable to it, in my opinion, without looking it up.
Can I kind of take that site, kind of follow Zan up there to where I gingerly go over the tripwire since I saw him set it up, peek out there to where I can see them and see the sky and then call lightning down on them?
Sure.
I think that would be fun. At a level 5. That DC is not right, though. My spell save DC is 17, not 12.
Okay.
Oh, before we get into combat or anything, can I affix the Winter family crest to the front of my armor?
Sure.
Just hang it on there? Okay, cool.
So you kind of peek up enough to... So where are you centering the point of this radius?
Well, pretty much right above them. Because they're not inside. They're still outside the tower, right? Just standing at the staircase.
Yeah.
It would have to be above them to have enough room, the cloud to have enough room to form.
Oh, so you're forming the storm cloud. How high above them are you forming the storm cloud? Because you can do it up to 100 feet above you.
And how far above me are they?
You're like 3/4 of the way in the staircase, so they're probably only 15 feet from you. Is the top of the tower?
So probably about 20 feet above them.
Okay. That is within the barrier, so that works. So, okay. So they got to roll dex saves.
Yeah, it's actually DC 17. I don't know why it says DC 12.
Yep, no problem. Well, they both fail. So that is 25 points to each, correct?
25 lightning damage.
Okay.
I'd like to think also that since they're in close proximity to each other, it arcs off of them to the other one, so it does double damage.
Boom's like, roll for BS.
But that's a 60-foot radius, right?
The storm cloud is, yes.
Okay.
The storm cloud is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius.
Are they?
Gotcha. Each creature within the 5 feet point. I understand. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Can I see them?
Not where you're at.
Okay.
I thought he came up too, above
No,
the
Chad came up. You came
Oh.
up.
Got it.
And I was a scared little son. Oh, I need to change my pants.
Oh, you brought an extra pair this time.
He's got to put on his fighting pants.
Yeah, I didn't put on the wrong pair of pants today. I didn't put on my fighting breeches.
Switching from the brown pants to the red pants.
At least they're a brown coat.
So as you call lightning down on these guys, they just immediately get upset, and one is going to loom over the staircase because it's too large to fit in it, while the other you hear kind of stomp away.
Okay, so you said there's a hole going all the way down the tower, right?
Yep,
Does it look like it would be able to fit down that hole throughout the tower?
he could.
I rage grab him and pull him towards the
You're
tower.
not
He's
close
looming.
enough to the hole. The hole.
Okay.
We need a visual, Boom.
I'll give you what I got.
But you said he was looming over it, so I thought I could just grip him and pull him in.
You're not close enough to the hole. It's a large tower.
I rage,
Okay,
move 30
correctly.
feet, and pull him into the hole.
It's not that simple. No. Okay, here. Let me make sure I got everything figured out so you don't see too much.
Wait, we actually have a map?
You should be in the bottom right quadrant of this map.
Hey, yeah.
So you guys are at this staircase, which is too big for the constructs to fit in. Over here is the hole.
Hang
which
on.
is-
You're describing things that chat can't see it yet, so give me a second.
Okay.
Switching to no map overlay.
I think that is good. Now start your word picture.
Well, I was giving you a word picture. Here's the staircase that's big enough for one person at a time. The constructs can't come into it. The hole is over here that you guys saw from the top. You haven't investigated it over here yet. And so from what you can get a sense, on the top of the tower, the construct is like over the staircase, and the other one is moving away this way. But you can move towards the hole, but there's like it's a
I thought that the hole was like the staircase was going around the hole. So
sorry.
that was my misunderstanding. Where are the constructs?
Constructs are on the upper floor. So being in the staircase, you can see the one that's looming overhead. You can't see the other one now. But this staircase is one person at a time. Zines is currently like halfway up.
So is this like a floor below that, or?
Yes.
Okay. I really like how there's a thing going over the top of the hole, though.
Well, if you can go investigate that if you want to see what that is.
So
Sure.
what happened after I struck them with lightning?
Well, they got really angry. One's waiting for you to come up. The other one moved away. And so if you go and look at the hole, you can... This whole area inside the tower is foggy and obscured.
The whole area?
The whole area. And you have to remember that the staircase has webbing all over it, so it's difficult movement on it as well. If you look into the hole, that beam is below you, is on the floor below you.
And what about above me?
The hole opens up into the night sky. But are you like looking into the hole, or are you staying kind of where you're at, just kind of peering?
Oh, I'm not climbing into it or anything, but I'm looking down into it.
So you're like putting your head over.
And looking up and looking down. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw then. So as you lean over, you feel this, like, gravity is not normal inside this cylindrical part of the whole middle of the tower, and it catches you and you fall into it, and it throws you up, and you go out of the top of the tower. And
as I'm going up, can I latch on with my hooks?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
I'm
Very
nailing
nice.
those athletics checks.
So you grab into it in a split second, and it forces you then to do kind of a roll instead of shooting you straight up, and you do a 3-point landing onto the top of the tower.
What does the UK judge score me at? Because they're notoriously not good scorers.
So that puts you on the top of the tower now, and you can see 7 individuals that have come out of these 2 rooms, and behind you, you can see the 2 constructs.
I act like that was all supposed to happen, and I say, "Hey, Carrot, what's up?"
Nothing happens. Across the hole from you, you can see 2 individuals who you have encountered before. The one grizzly elf who you know to be Malcronus, the leader of the Dark Mages who you've encountered, and a familiar half-elf warlock.
Is it Xerxes?
It is Xerxes. To their left, your right, there are 2 other individuals, and then as you look around, there are 3 others just staring, and you can hear behind you one of the constructs is making its way towards you.
I probably wouldn't have said that, having known that it was Xerxes and Macronus.
Okay.
Malcronus, excuse me.
Can I still see the construct that's looming over the stairs?
No, it has moved away now. Hello! You hear from across the hole.
I gather my rope and my hook, and I act like I don't hear him.
The construct behind you is now probably within 5 feet.
Chad?
I'm not attuned to my rig. Sorry.
Oh
It's within 5 feet. Okay. I rage push him off into the hole.
He's behind you.
I rage spin around, push him off into the hole.
Okay, go ahead and you need to grapple him first. So go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage against his athletics.
Isn't that what you rolled last time too? Was double 15s on a grapple check?
I don't recall.
I think you did with Raoul.
He got a 14. So you grab him by his form, and you're trying to push him throw him into the hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you take him and you put him over the hole and let go, and he just kind of floats there.
And I give him a tap to push him away from me.
Okay, so he just kind of floats. He's probably about 10 feet, but he is just suspended.
I'm good with this.
I don't hear anything from.
What are the
Chad.
rest of you doing? You have seen Chad get swept into this hole upwards, and what would you like to do?
Come to the aid of Chad.
Okay, so you're going to go up the stairs, or into the hole, or go up the other set of stairs?
Chinese, what do I do?
I know what Zinies can do. I don't know what you can do though. Because the stairs have the spider webs, which is difficult terrain. So that
Yeah.
slows you down that way.
Anybody have fire cantrips?
I mean, yeah, that's true. I do.
Well, right away, Enibble, with this just like not knowing what to do, he turns to you next, Zinies. Do we go up?
Up.
All right. So he's going to lead the charge then with the others, and he just starts.
He has feather dust feet, right? He casts feather dust shoes and just takes care of the spider webs.
He can firebolt them.
That's good too.
Same thing.
I have Zephyr Strike. It
Okay.
means I can go really fast, but what does that mean for difficult terrain? I move like the wind.
I would need to see the spell.
Yeah, I don't know what it. I need to see what it says.
Yeah, you just don't provoke attacks of opportunity. So you can move in and out of enemy squares without them attacking you.
Okay, so I don't move faster.
Correct. But you do, but you don't. It doesn't overcome difficult terrain.
Although theoretically, you would still be able to move your normal 30 feet if that was active. You just wouldn't get to go 60. So yes, it would kind of counteract the effect. Because moving through difficult terrain takes 10 feet for every 5 feet of normal movement. So instead of being able to move 60 feet with that, you would be able to move your normal 30 instead of being stuck down to 15.
Chad, you hear across from the hole. Have you come to slay us? Meanwhile, Enibble is currently working on the webs, and you guys are starting to make your way up. What order do you guys want to go up in the staircase? Go ahead and put yourselves in order Nibble will be first, and then you can put yourselves accordingly, because that'll determine what order you get up there.
Signing is, instead of waiting for them to clear the way, right where the hole starts from the top of the tower, where I can see the hole coming down, I want to cast Grasping Vine. And then have it grab me through the gravity.
What's the reach on Grasping Vine?
30 feet.
Okay. So you want to end up here, except on the upper portion?
Yeah, basically I want to be up at the top. So I'm going diagonal up, essentially.
All right, so put yourself where you want to be, and I'll then put you over to the top. So you watch as Zines this vine comes out, grabs down, pulls up, and Zines, you are now on the top, right next to, you go past the large construct, and you are now on top, right next to a few mages.
Cool.
And can I get in front of what's his face that's clearing the path and go ahead and cast Zephyr Strike on myself and just go up the stairs?
You can move past him. He's got about half of it done, so you've got about 15 feet, which is difficult terrain, so it'll take you a move to go up, but you can cast that on yourself, sure.
Okay, so I've cast that on myself. And how much time do you think we have before we're going to be in battle?
You're like coming to the top of the stairs as
I haven't been able to respond yet, but I'm going to try to
Right.
delay him as much
Right.
as possible. So when we get back to
Okay.
that, I'll start talking with him.
All right, because I want to go ahead and apply my poison. If it is within.
it's probably gonna be, it'll be an extra action to do so. So I would say,
It'd be an extra action.
Right.
well, what I
did
mean
actually bonus
is
action.
you can cast your Zephyr Strike, you can do your poison, and with all your movement get to the top of the stairs, and that's where you'll be when things start, is what I'm saying.
Cool. Perfect.
Potentially, unless Chad gets them to go longer.
Perfect.
Where are you at, X?
I'm going to try to position myself where the keepers can do something, and I'm there for backup heals.
So you want to put yourself, there's basically the 4 or 5 of them to go after Inna. You want to go after them, essentially?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Cooge spot. Just because I think their offense might be a little bit better than mine, where my defense is where I shine.
Sure. Okay, so you guys all start to go up the tower. Chad, this is all happening simultaneously. How would you respond?
He said, you come to slay us. I say, I've only come here seeking knowledge. I'm just trying to delay till they come.
Sure.
And
At that point, the other construct comes up behind you and is getting ready to strike. You raged once. That was to do,
to put him in the hole. To put him over the
so
hole.
you're not raging
Correct.
yet, right?
I've marked it.
I'm making sure. So you guys are all prepped. We're gonna need to roll initiative at this point.
I don't see my token anymore.
You should still be in the upper right quadrant.
Oh, I moved up there. Okay.
Oh, I moved you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So we have 2 different maps going on. Which one do you want me to show to the
Show
peoples?
the one you're on, because everyone is coming up there. Yeah, everyone's on their way. So go ahead and
Guys, I'm killing it with my initiative roll.
Let's see if I can edge that out. Yeah, that's a little bit better.
That not 20.
What just
though.
happened?
He rolled not 20 for.
No.
I wanted to move you so you could see what was happening, so you didn't have to sit down there the whole time.
Cool. Oh, okay. There, finally something started showing
Yeah,
up. I'm
I
like,
had to give you more sight, but I didn't want you to like just look at a blank screen for a few rounds. I wanted you to see what was at least going on until you get up there.
do you want me to roll initiative now before I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
up there?
Everyone, we got to get everybody in there.
Just wanted to make sure, sir.
Anna, you need to roll?
Working on it. Second one's chill.
How about a quick word from our sponsor, Pegasus and Boots?
Hashtag not sponsored.
Pegasus and Boots, the finest boots in all the land.
If you say otherwise, you can have it. You can have some diplomacy.
Or kindness.
So I got like 10,000 character sheets going on here. My bad.
You're welcome.
If you want, you can only just have one person to fight. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Got
just delete them all.
They all just suddenly die. You know, they pop the cyanide cap that's in the top of their root, their tooth. Just pop that out.
Okay, did we get everybody on here? I know I'm asking for my benefit, but I'm also asking for your guys' benefit because I don't want to make sure. Just
See,
make
all
sure
of the Guardians of Parna are accounted for currently
Okay.
with the level of Guardians that we have in the Guardians of Parna.
Understood. Okay, and then to keep it easy, I'll let the keepers will go with Ratuk and Sav, just to kind of try and keep it simple.
I don't know which ones are bad guys and which ones are on our side.
Yes. I actually did something for that.
I was like, can you mark them?
I want to know which one is Xerxes specifically.
So I gave them all an aura. I forgot to check it so you could see it.
Oh, aura is good guys.
Well, I'm using 2, so the green's going to be bad, the yellow is going to be good.
Okay, so all I see is green so far.
Because the yellow guys haven't made it up yet. So Malcronus and Xerxes should both have names across the way here.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay.
Wasn't. Wait, never mind. I thought Chad suspended one of them in the gravity.
It's the one in the middle.
He suspended one of the constructs currently.
Oh, the constructs. Okay, I got you.
He pushed the construct in, and it's like currently just like sitting on top of the gravity that's pushing up on it, keeping it suspended. Yeah.
The gravity that's pushing up and the other gravity that's pushing down against the spell.
Yeah, he's just kind of like chilling. Okay, so Inna, you've kind of gotten to the top as this is starting. Chill's right behind you. The rest are gonna come on up. So top of the round, I think everyone's on there. Chad, it is your turn.
So the middle metal construct is just floating like at floor level right there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you damage both of the constructs or just one?
Both.
Okay, I'm gonna. I know what I want to do, but
Do it.
I'm troubled with what I should probably do. Gotta zoom in so I can see floors better. All right, I'm gonna move closer. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'll go here. It's a little bit more solid.
So you're going around the right.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to take an attack of opportunity from the construct.
Yeah, I rage ran over here, so I raged.
Okay.
I'll mark that.
15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay.
And I'm going to chuck a javelin at Xerxes.
Okay.
Oops. Should be the 11.
Okay, 11 does not hit. It goes a little wide and past.
I get a second attack, so I'll do it again.
29 hits.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
In case you guys don't realize, I think I have a special bond with Beowulf that he gave me the mission to kill this guy, specifically Xerxes. So that's why I'm going all out for him.
Okay. So is my Zephyr Strike still active?
It's you're concentrating on it for up to a minute. So yes, because you just cast it, so I'll say you'll have 9 rounds, I guess, with it on. Okay.
Okay. So I see Chad move over here. I see him go past the construct. And I trust Chad's judgment. So now that I'm at the top, I should be able to move. Okay, so my attack roll should be an advantage, and my speed is 60. So I'm going to move up here kind of close to Chad. And I've already applied the poison on my weapon. I'm not going to have a straight shot to Xerxes.
No, he's behind a little bit of cover.
Malcronus is the leader.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go for Malcronus then. All right, here goes nothing. Ash, speak to whatever gods you speak to. Whoever else is there. Pooge? Wow, it's been forever since we've been in a fight. Especially since I've had poison. Okay, so the poison is a separate thing. First I have to do my crossbow.
Ash is funny. I like Ash.
Oh, I'm gonna do my bonus action of Hunter's Mark too.
Okay. You're marking him.
Yeah, yes, I marked Mal.
Malcronus. Okay.
That
Let me
guy.
think I use orange. I don't remember. We'll just remember he's hunter's marked. 14 does not hit.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Hey, Ash.
Don't blame Ash. You should have just cussed harder. I heard you. You did a good job. But maybe you need to apply yourself with the cussing more.
Yeah. Okay, guess I'm done.
Oh, it's their turn. We're all done now.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, Malcronus's turn. He's actually going to shift his attention over to Zines.
What can I do?
You're up there with them.
I didn't do anything, so he wouldn't put his attention at me because I shot an arrow that, like, just straight up from me.
He shifts his attention over to you, Zines. You immediately take 17 points of psychic damage, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Hold on, I'm taking my damage. You said 17?
Yeah.
It's 24 minus 17. I can't math right now.
7.
4? 7?
7.
Intelligence save?
Yeah.
23.
You succeed.
That sounds like it would
So
be a
you-
succeedies kind of throw.
You feel this grayness start to wash into your mind, but you're able to stave it off, and the spell has no longer effect.
I feel the fire burning in me from my fire god.
So that is his turn, and he is going to, let's see, at the end of his turn.
Sorry, but in the turn order, the icon for the next guy looks like the friend on Monster Inc. Not the big monster, but the little monster. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, Mike Wazowski. It does.
Yeah, it does look like Mike Wazowski. Yeah.
Mike Wazowski. All right, these guys turn. See if I can find them. There they are. The one closest here is going to target you, Zines.
You got in the middle of them all. Once again, we need to talk about my place versus your place.
I couldn't see them from down
Okay.
below.
Okay.
I just gravitied up.
I mean, if you want to be tank, I'll start trying to use magic if you want.
I mean, we should try it one of these episodes.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, hell. Huh! 19.
You succeed.
Critical success 19. Low ball charisma save. I love it.
Oh my god, if I ever needed a nat 20, that was it.
Yeah, you are not banished.
That's a good thing.
She's not a lot of things, but it seems like banished was an important word in that sentence.
Yeah.
This guy is going to move. Gosh, so many things. All right, this guy's going to move over here. And he's going to hold a spell if anything comes up the staircase. So the constructs, the one in the middle is going to, yeah, just
You doing the wave?
He because of Chad's push, he is going to move maybe 5 feet, but he's pretty well stuck right now. And then the other one.
Did 35 movement?
He's got. Well, he was in a bad spot, so I'll put him. He wasn't quite on the grid, but I'll put him there, and that's 30. He's got 30. So he's gonna Hulk towards you guys. All right, Chill. What's Chill doing?
All right. So is he right with me?
I mean, he was right behind you, but you use your movement to. You were at the top of the stairs. He was probably right behind you.
There, because yeah, I couldn't move him up.
Yeah. So he's like at the top of the stairs. You moved and took your turn.
He's gonna attack the construct.
Okay. Well, as he comes up the staircase, he needs to make a con save because he's the next thing that came up since that mage held his action. Let's see. He succeeds. So he takes half damage.
So that's gonna be what?
I'm rolling it. $17 points of cold damage as a cone of cold just blasts out of this guy's hands.
Okay.
And you guys see as well, because the cone is so large, that this moat of energy that was sitting there explodes. And a couple of them just decimate, not hurting anybody, but they do explode.
Is that the little blue things?
Yes.
Okay.
So Chill could make it over to the construct.
And he's gonna attack.
Okay. $19 does not hit.
Stupid metal things.
Oh, no, that doesn't apply either. Okay.
Good wolf.
He kind of makes a face and he sticks his tongue out a few times because of the taste of the metal.
Keepers are able. Most of the keepers rolled poorly. They're able to use their movement to get to the top of the tower. Because of the webs that remained, 2 of them had to use firebolts. So that only leaves 2 of them.
I just saw Chill.
Real life chill.
Maybe a little smaller, but it was a representation of Chill.
She's also a girl.
Oh, we were at the store yesterday, and guess what was in the back of a truck? It was a whole truckload of lab puppies.
It was a truckload of puppies.
Oh yeah, I saw your post about that.
There must have been 20 puppies in the back of that truck.
There were 2 separate large litters.
6 weeks old.
Wow. Aw.
They were all asleep. All of them, and they were making puppy noises.
Little puppy dreams. Little...
That's too cute. One's going to use a lightning bolt to target both of the archmages. Sorry, so much math. So that's one from him. And then Sav's actually going to attempt to banish this archmage, which would help. He does.
Excellent.
So that one disappears.
1.
Yeah, and it has the Pokeball. Got to catch them all.
All right, Zan Falcon.
Am I fully up the stairs yet, or am I still in my abyss?
The stairs are clear. You can go up the stairs. The only person that's kind of hanging out is a Nibble because everyone rolled ahead of him. But you can move past him. It would be 30 feet to get to the top of the stairs.
All my movement, and potentially I could do something from the top. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move to the top. Why not?
Okay. So you just crest the top of the stairs and you can see the battlefield now.
So yellow's good, green is bad.
Correct. I am going to give you your proper sight back. And it is dark up here, but you guys can see most everything.
They changed something on Roll20.
Yeah, they did a major update to the ruler. So you can go in your ruler settings, snap to center, snap to corner, no snapping, show to others, hide from others.
I can hide it from you guys.
I've been doing that the whole time to give you proper measurements.
This is amazing. This is a game changer. Then I will. Not much I can do up here, honestly. Hold on. I'm thinking.
Zine's just being attacked by a lizard.
Oh, she'll be fine. Grr. Like, well, I could do this, or I could do this, or I could. Oh, grr.
I just noticed that when I rest over people in the turn order, it puts a square on their icon. Has that always been there?
Yes.
Yeah, it highlights them so you know where you're. You know. who's who.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I'm going to. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians by the mages over here with where I'm at, and choose them not to be afflicted by them. And so, basically, they're going to be like 15 feet from us. And if anything other than us come into that area, then their speed is cut in half, and whenever it enters the area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn there, it's going to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
I guess I could have just linked it.
I see it. So yeah, we'll just keep that in mind. If anything approaches you, it's gonna have to get through the Spirit Guardians.
The bad guys, right? If I walked over there, I'd be fine, right?
No, you're going to get hit too, because I can't designate you as not afflicted because I can't see you,
Okay.
but I can drop. And that's it for my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a concentration, so I can drop it at any time, up to 10 minutes. I don't think we're gonna have that long. Oh, did he come up?
And Nibbles, yeah, he's on his way up.
Can I yell down to him to tell him to like not come up?
Yeah, you can. So you don't want him to come up because you don't want him to get hit.
Yeah, tell him to wait. So it's rather crowded by the opening. Protect our rear flank.
Would he? I know it's gonna. Well, no, I guess he's not close enough to the hole to see me. Never mind. Let's see. Would he be able from down the stairs to be able to see like up through the hole from the bottom? But
Well,
he's not close
he'll
enough.
call to you, Zan, and say, "Should I take the other staircase?"
There's another staircase. I can't see it. Be careful.
So he's gonna dash. You don't see him come up though.
Well, yeah, I could have dashed and gotten closer, but I didn't know what I was walking into.
Okay. These two guys are going to take their turn as well. I gotta pull my book out real quick. Zinies, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
$17.
That's the DC.
I make it then.
Okay. So that means you take 2d8
2d8 what?
necrotic.
Oh, necrotic. Okay.
So 10 points of necrotic damage. And the spell ends. So that's the only effect. The other one is going to focus on Chad and Anna. Anna, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That seems like a less number than you want. Just throwing that out there.
So
You're attacked by a large dog.
That was a pretty big.
Boom to
Uh,
Puppy has countered my roll and says I should roll again.
if only. You're now paralyzed, which means you're incapacitated. You cannot move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you is a critical if the attacker is within 5 feet. At the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw. Okay, Zinese.
All right. I'm just reading up on a spell. All right. Seeing as you so graciously left them lined up for me, I'm gonna go ahead and recast Call Lightning.
Which point would you like? Where would you like your 5-foot point to be?
That guy.
Okay, so you will get him, his buddy, and Xerxes.
Correct.
Okay.
Come on, dice gods.
What's the DC?
17.
And it's a dex, yeah. Yeah, they all fail.
Fantastic. That's 36 damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to go ahead and go. Let's go Fire Elemental.
And it's a large creature, right?
Correct.
And do people take heat damage next to you?
A creature that touches elemental or hits it with melee attack while within 5 feet of it takes 1d10 fire damage. In addition, the elemental can enter a hostile creature space and stop there. The first time it enters a creature space on a turn, the creature takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire.
Okay, so your form is like emanating fire. Okay,
And this dude would catch fire.
sure. So that also means that this little ball of energy is going to be disrupted.
Okay.
So as you burst into flames, it would explode. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. And this guy closest to it will too.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll my dex, but it's gonna be additional +1,
Okay.
so it's a 21 for me.
Okay. So you take half of the force damage.
It's force. Okay.
So you take 14 force damage. That is the reduced. So this guy catches fire now, or he catches fire on his turn, on your turn.
It's a good point. Do they get disadvantaged because they haven't had a full night's rest?
Um,
I'll let you think about that.
they're not exhausted. No.
Okay. There was a question in from Little Messiah Cooge
Good question. Good
in
question.
out there from Farmington, New Mexico.
All right.
First time caller.
First time caller, long time listener.
This is gonna be a call for you to make, Boom. Because the wording says, in addition, the elemental can enter a hostile creature space, which I entered it when I got big.
Well, he's
then-
in this. He's here, and you're. I mean, you have 4. You're not technically sharing space. You're just next to him.
Okay. This is the first time it enters a creature space on turn. The creature takes 5 to 10. I don't think it does.
Okay. Okay. With that,
Oh, hold on.
with that call lightning, Inna, this guy took enough damage and did not make his Constitution save. So you feel no longer held.
I just made my concentration check on call lightning, and I failed it. Just so you're aware.
Okay. So you no longer have that.
Correct.
Okay. Understood.
Thank you, Zinies.
Yeah. Well, I took 14 damage, and so half that is 7, so the DC's 10.
Okay. And that's all for you?
Oh, I have movement, don't I?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Can I hug this guy?
Sure. So then he would take the 1d10, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And he's on fire.
Okay. So he takes fire damage every round.
Correct. Until someone takes an action to douse him out.
To put him out. Okay.
Not that we can't already see what's going on, but I shed bright light for 30 feet and then dim for an additional 30.
Okay.
Is it enough to get me to see something?
You can't see?
Yeah, now I can.
There you go. Okay.
Yay.
Do you want to roll your 1d10 to catch that guy on
Sure.
fire?
Best nightlight ever.
6.
Okay.
Can I use a free action to say something?
Sure.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. That's the command word for my axe that lights it up too. So I'm a light source also.
Okay. Sure. And how much is that?
Let me. I have it right here.
I'll make you 60 for now.
10 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, you're giving off extra.
That's 10-foot radius with 10-foot additional for dim.
Okay. Xerxes on his turn. He's going to cast Scorching Ray. So that's, oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So he's going to have to move up a little bit. So 3 rays at you, Chad, 2 at you, Anna. So Chad, that's a 18 to hit.
Meets.
That's a 12 to hit. And a natural 20. So the first one is 7 fire damage, reduced to 3. The second one is 18, reduced to 9. Or the third, I should say, because the second one missed. And then Inna, that's a 24 to hit. And a 9 to hit. Just the first one. So 5 points of fire damage to you. And then he's going to back up. So that was 1 round of combat. I have a hard stop today, so I'm going to unfortunately have to cut it right there. So we will have to come back to this, bar any issues, hopefully next week, where we will continue this illustrious fight and see what the Guardians, if they can come out with it, see what happens. So unless anybody else has anything.
Are we, just for you guys, are we able to go a little longer next Sunday since next Monday's a holiday?
I'm good.
I don't know if that affects anybody.
I have to get back with you. I'm not going to be sure until later, but I will write it in my notes.
Before Chad takes his next turn, which will be next week, he's going to say to Xerxes, I have a message from Beowulf for you. And just leave it at that.
Dun,
Nice.
dun, dun.
Well, thank you, audience, for watching. We love having you guys in the chat and hanging out. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys hopefully next week. Take care and bye.
Toodles.